thank you so much for joining me for Friday Night Not So Live. My name is Sharon Rogers and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine, and generally I'm coming to you live via my YouTube channel each Friday at 7:30. But tonight at 7:30 I'm going to be in the air flying back from Texas, so I thought I would pre-record something for you. It's a really quick project, very simple, but it's inspired by something I saw in the online exclusives. I hope you like it. So this is the card that is inspiring this video tonight. I saw it online because the Hugs and Healing stamp set is an online exclusive, so it's not in any catalog. But even for those sets that are just exclusively online, there are some samples done. And so this sample is a slimline card, which I'm just not really a slimline kind of person. I typically think like, wow, that uses almost a whole sheet of cardstock just for the base because, you know, normally I get 2 card bases out of one. But what I loved was the overall simplicity of it. So let's just see how simple it is. I'm adapting it and bringing in the note cards and envelopes. So the note cards and envelopes come 20 note cards with 20 envelopes. These fold into 3.5 by 5 inch cards, which are mailable, and you get 20 of them for $10. So it's really very economical, and it's just a quick way to write a note, especially to somebody who's feeling under the weather, whether they hurt a limb, you know, an arm or a leg, or, you know, if they're otherwise sick. This stamp set is perfect for this size card. I mean, it works for bigger ones too, but I'm going to also bring in a piece of basic white that's cut just a little bit smaller. So this is cut, this is 3.5 by 5, so this is 3.25 by 4 3/4. And I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. That's not scrap paper, that's a receipt that I will need. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to take my Darling Duckling blends. Now I'm just going to use the dark one here, and you don't have to use the blends. You could use watercolor pencils, you could use designer series paper, you could use whatever. But I'm going to show you with your blends, you can just make a very simple card. Now again, we're going to be very, very gentle with our tip, and we're just going to draw some lines in here. And they don't have to be perfectly straight. They don't have to be spaced perfectly. We're just kind of making it look a little organic. Ooh, almost put one where I didn't want one. We would have worked with that. All right, so there I have something that looks like that. And so there's how I mimicked the stripes. Now, an alternative, if you have the In Color Designer Series paper, one of the patterns has some stripes on it, so you could certainly use that as well instead of doing this. I'm going to bring in a piece of Darling Duckling cardstock, and this has been cut 2 by 3 inches. And I'll bring in my little kitty from the Hugs and Healing stamp set. And we need to stamp her in black. I have 2 cats. I have one that's female and one that's male. And I'm almost, oh, there's something on this stamp set. Well, this pad, I think I re-inked it, but I didn't re-ink it very equally. So I need to make sure that I'm cleaning that up. I think my other one is already packed away. Oh, no, but it's not. I'm gonna get this one out. And I'll work with this one to get that evenly inked in a little bit. But let me clean my stamp set first. My stamp first. All right. Now let's see if we can get a better ink. There we go, much better. We're just gonna stamp her right in there. So as I was saying, I have two cats. The boy I always call a girl. I don't know why, because all my other pets have always been girls, I guess. So that's all there is except for we want to bring in our watercolor pencils assortment. This is the first assortment because it doesn't say assortment 2. It's the larger of the 2 sets. And in there, there's a white pencil. And so all I'm going to do is color in here. And just color in both sides. And this is really it. That is it. See, we have a white sling now. And we can set this right on here on this card. We can put it off at an angle like the other one had. We can put it on straight. I think I'm going to do a slight angle. And I'm going to put a sentiment in here. So, but the sentiment was on a piece of black cardstock and it was embossed in white. So let's see. For sentiments, sending healing hugs to you. You're not alone. Hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry you're feeling rough. Well, this is a cat, so we're going to go sending healing hugs to you. And this is a stamp set that I have not really, I only mounted the cat right before I came on. And probably a good time to just reinforce how I mount my stamps. So I find the split of the backing and I just split it. And then I peel off the whole sentiment, put it onto a clear block, take those pieces off, take the backing off the rubber stamp here, and let's see. And then we're just going to line it up, and you can see where the sticker is, the outline of the sticker, and you just put it right on top there. And that's all there is to mounting. Very easy way to mount and make things straight. Let's bring in our embossing. I'll bring in my tray. It's no surprise that I'm embossing in white, right? I love white embossing. Now, I could also stamp with a white pad and emboss in clear, but I really do prefer white embossed images. So let's stamp in our Versamark. We're gonna go ahead and just wipe our embossing buddy over the top there. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get this right along the edge here, nice and straight. I may not be able to, oh, it's a little bit further down than I anticipated it being. So let's see. That looks pretty good, I think. I'll show you as soon as I get the white powder out. Okay, just flick off that excess. You can see it looks like a little bit over here needs to be put on. Okay, and I still have a little bit sticking where I don't want it. Let's brush that off. There we go. So that looks good. And I'll pour that back in just a second. Let's go ahead and heat it with our heat tool. Heat tool will just take a second to warm up, but then you can just put it on here. Remember, when you start to see it turn shiny and bright, you'll be done. You'll move on to a different section. So it's starting to turn, so I'm going to move it along here until I can see that all of it is shiny and smooth and bright white. And then I'm going to stop. I like to unplug my heat tool. And now I'm going to just cut this out. And it's probably going to be easier if I do this first. And then we will see if I can just eyeball this. I'm pretty sure I can. There we go. And see, we're gonna have this. So that is our take on it. And we can have it down here. We can have it up here. Kind of like it up there. See, and you can have it straight. You can have it angled. You can have the cat straight. You can have this angled. You can have this down here. Oh, I kind of like that, I think. I like it straight. Then this down here. Yeah, let's do that. So we're just making it our own. Okay, I'm going to cheat that up just a little bit like that. Okay, and I'm going to put this up on the card with some dimensionals. I might as well just use our edges up again. And we've got a very simple card that anybody would appreciate. Just put this on the front. Remember, you couldn't just do the stripes on this card front directly because the blends do bleed through a bit. And so there we have just a sweet little card. Isn't that cute? Now, if I wanted to decorate the envelope, I'd probably use the kitty cat here. And what I'd probably do is I'd color in the kitty cat. But again, or maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would just stamp it in black. Let's see. Is this the bad pad? Might be. So there's our little kitty, our little sad kitty. And maybe that's all you need. You don't even need to color it in because you've got the wound up version right here. And so that's a quick and easy card. I told you it was a pretty quick project, and I wasn't wrong, was I? I hope you've been inspired to take a second look at some of the samples that you see, whether they're online, in the online exclusives, or in a catalog that you might have, and put your own little spin on it. You know, we often don't have all the tools that are required of the project at hand, or we may not like some of them, like slimline is not really my thing, but I could adapt what I saw, because what I really loved was just a simple stamped image with a little white pencil added to it. So go ahead and take a look at things in a new light and see what you can do with it to make it your own. And I hope you'll share it with me. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. I will see you on Tuesday. Well, I'll see you on Sunday for my Scrappy Sunday, but I will also see you on Tuesday because next Tuesday is the 4th Tuesday of the month, which is Tune In Tuesday. See you then.